Yo, people, it's your boy Major, and as always, I'm with my brother Ace, and welcome to another episode of Two Up Front. Ace, what you telling me, bro?
Hey man, I'm good, man. A lot of football to get into today. So yeah, we already started talking before the stream because there's a lot to talk about, man. So it should be a good stream. Should be a good stream. But how are you doing, bro?
Hey, bro, you know how it goes, man. Blessed and highly favored as always, man. But yeah, like you mentioned, a lot of football to get into. Obviously, we got a big match tonight, which I'm looking forward to watching. So yeah, man, we want to try and make sure we're on time because we got to make sure that we're watching that one. But yeah, before we get into this, please make sure that you smash the like button, subscribe if you've not already subscribed. And yeah, man, bro, we're at that stage of the season, the business stage.
Yeah, man.
The point where, major honors are won and lost. So yeah, man, things are decided. So yeah, of course, this week was interesting because Man City, they had the FA Cup weekend, but they did play midweek where they faced Burnley. Yeah, man, like just to quickly start with that, because I think that provides the context for this weekend, and then we'll get into the Arsenal game. But yeah, I think after the fixtures that had occurred with Bournemouth, and then obviously you going to the Etihad and losing, everyone knew that City were to win, then they would go top of the table, which was the first time in however long. And again, like we spoke about this whole thing regarding goal difference, and I think a lot of people were already saying, all right, cool, you know what, this will be the perfect opportunity for City to increase their goal difference. And yeah, I mentioned it before that I think the most important thing at this stage is just the points on the board, because yeah, sometimes, again, this is the Premier League. Like, do you get me? Like, it don't always go like that. Like, I'm not saying Man City aren't capable, and they definitely were capable within that game because they had the chances to up their goal difference and score more goals. But sometimes it doesn't just always go that way. And yeah, the game started off within the first few minutes. Doku plays Haaland through. Then Haaland, man, great finish. He just does his job. And yeah, he went through that spell where he hadn't scored for quite a few games. And obviously, big goal against you lot, and then yeah, another big goal. And then yeah, man, City had chances. Like Shirky was pulling strings on the edge of the box, and then yeah, he had a good chance where he shot. I think it gets tipped onto the bar, and yeah, like City just weren't able to get their second. Like they had the opportunities. Haaland hit the post again, weren't able to score. Shirky, brilliant pass for Nico O'Reilly. He really should be scoring, especially with the season that he's been having. He's not able to score. And then City just weren't able to take their chances. And then it's 1-0. And then before you know it, it's like, hey, all right, cool. Burnley, corner, last minute.
The nerves.
Yeah, man. Hey, and that's how quickly things can change, because all it takes is just one goal. But yeah, I think for City's relief, they were able to get the 1-0 win, and then they went top of the table, which basically left you with the same points, same goal difference, same record, but City had scored more goals. That's why they were top of the table. So yeah, like extremely, extremely tight at the top. And then the pressure swung back onto you for your game against Newcastle at home at the Emirates, 5:30 kickoff. And obviously that was a massive game for you to win because you played twice before City play another Premier League game.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, from here, I'll hand it over to you, man. What were your thoughts on that match?
Yeah, no, I think you laid it up. Like you laid out the situation perfectly, man. Because yeah, I told you, I called you. I think we spoke about it afterwards that I put on a game. I saw the Haaland goal. I said, nope, that's it. I switched that off. I'm not about to watch City score 7 goals. Hey, I got things to do. So I switched off. But then again, you're not watching the game, but you're hoping that I want to search up the score at the end of the game. I barely have somehow done something crazy and made it a 1-1. So I think when I then found out what happened afterwards, I was like, yeah, it sounds like City definitely should have comfortably won, but they didn't. And then there was always a chance that they could have dropped points. So for me, as a fan who was very disappointed from the previous game of losing to them and all the pressure, City catch up to us, now you kind of assume they're going to just go on and run and dominate every game. there was also a little bit of it was also a little bit good as well to be like, you know what, it also shows see you're also human in this race as well. It's also not going to be just easy and see it's now just done. So it's like an Arsenal now, like you kind of said it. We're now on equal points, equal goal difference, same number of games left. Going into this game. It's now a straight shootout. Like, it's either you guys want this title or you don't want this title. Like, understand? Like, you already messed up to get to this point. Now you're here, and then now we're going to see whether you're actually going to crumble. You're going to just now rise and actually get over the line. So for me now, I'm in a point now where I'm in a position now where I'm just like, this game, yeah, I need to see us win. Again, it'll be nice to see us play good football, like we said off the previous week against City. That I told you, as great as that game was, I don't know if I go into the next game now just assume that this is how we play for the rest of the season as well. Because I know so it was definitely more of the like not a great entertaining game. I think we were also very fortunate in the game as well in totality. When I think of the chances that Newcastle were able to make and the mistakes that we made along the lines as well, like we get the first minute of the game, Osula runs and burns everyone and then misses the ball. Oh, thank God. Like, that was crazy. He could have been 1-0 down in the first minute of the game. Like, and again, I think we were getting caught in the ball in a few positions. I think Raya made a very good save where thing hit it. Oh, my brain's gone blank. Center midfielder that you guys are linked to, Tonali. Just swerving in the air, right? Put to it. But overall, like, so not the most exciting from us going forward and just thinking that, yeah, we've dominated the game, we're confident, we're winning well. It wasn't that for us. Set pieces, again, it's like it's interesting because it was spoken about a lot in commentary that like we did it 3 times and before then everyone was booing because people are tired of this. I said, oh man, what's this rubbish? Just put the ball in the box. Like, put it in the box, man. But the third one, they work it out well. An amazing finish by Eze, like actually postage stamp. Like he put it right in the corner. So that was a beautiful goal. And then from that point on, I felt like we didn't really do much going forward in the game. Havertz gets injured. That's a bit concerning. Again, my thoughts on Gyökeres, man. I won't say his nickname online, but you know what he's called behind the scenes. So that being said, it's like there's still those kind of concerns. It was really good seeing Saka come back into this game because again, man, with Matchweek, I'm the most patient Arsenal fan. I'll give you a chance. I might have thoughts on you before. I'll say come in and change my mind. Right now, he's not changing my mind at all, man. Like, he's just so wasteful. Like, he can do everything right, and then the final action where it's like now just shoot or now just cross or now just pass. It's like he doesn't do that, and then it makes you appreciate Saka so much more when he comes on. And it's like with limited touches, it just feels like he's still making bad decisions. Again, that's the Saka that we want to see. But again, it's about him now staying fit. Can you have a big end to the season? I rate you as a footballer. What are you now going to do if you're able to help us in this final games? It's now on like the players I think that are it's now on like, are these players as good as I also think these players are as well at this point with like going into this running? Because it's like there's no reason why we should be now just cowering and saying, oh yeah, it's done. See, I've won it. These players should be trying to go in every game and say, as long as we win, like we give ourselves a chance. Because see, can drop in any of these matches coming up. We'll talk about Brentford a little bit, but Brentford, I'm personally, bro, I was a bit disappointed that you guys took the points off them yesterday because I think they have City coming up and the way they're playing. What's it called? Brentford, right? They're going for Champions League. The way they're playing, they have City coming up. I feel like they can do some stuff to hurt some teams. But let's see what happens now that they've dropped points in this game. I don't know. Maybe the hope of the Champions League football might not be as alluring. But that being said, City also are not infallible and they can drop points. It's now on us to just continue winning. The performance, was it great? No. Like, is it concerning how many chances Newcastle made? Yes. But, in the game, we go over the line. 1-0. We could have made it look nicer with Gyökeres if he could have just passed across the box when he's running through, bro. You watch two things. You watch a play and it's like, that was just so poor. Like, it's even if we go into now drop points in this game, I'm going to come back to this moment in the match where it's like, can you just have some more quality, please? And then the second thing was like the Pope situation. I don't know what you thought about whether it was a red card or a yellow card. But like even in that, to be a bit critical about Gyökeres too, I was like, why are you also going around him? It also felt like I'm not an NFL player. It just felt like it seemed like he probably should have cut inside of him maybe, but he just go around him and then Pick brings him down. Again, maybe I'm just being hypercritical, but it just looked like maybe a more nimble or more like player there doesn't make the movement you made because you still should have got past him. Like I don't know if I'm making something, I'm being too critical, but yeah, man, I was just watching that, just thinking, this guy, I just need to score big goals because he's like technical ability as a footballer, bro. It drives me crazy, man. It drives me crazy. But that being said, man, I think what's been a great confidence booster as well to wrap up is the fact that we do play twice before City play, where it's like now again, just get the points on the board. then let's see now go into these games with a bit more pressure on them too, that they also drop points. So I think that's a positive in our like on our side, because yeah, man, we just need to continue winning. And then, yeah, we also have a big Champions League game tomorrow as well. Will it be as entertaining and as fun as today's one? I can't promise you that. I can't promise you that at all. But again, we just need to get over the line, get through that tie, and continue marching into the end of the season and see what we can win in this wrap up or the end. Or I don't know how you summarize at the beginning, like just like where honors are won and whatever. Like you either go down in history as winners or you go down as losers. So it's definitely exciting from that perspective, but yeah, definitely nerve-wracking as from an Arsenal fan perspective is my take. But yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think again, first and foremost, most important thing is points on the board, man. Like you needed to win, you got the win. That's the most important thing. I think as regards to the performance, yeah, like Newcastle have been bad, and I don't even think they were great. But they still could have got something out of the game. Thankfully for you guys, they didn't. But yeah, like I think especially that Wissa chance, I feel like that was the one. Like, yeah, that was the one.
Can I say what? Can I insert one thing into what you're saying now? I also think I think that this is also very like telling on Eddie Howe as well. This I feel like part of like why this project is also died in Newcastle too. I look at a player like Voltamade, bro, and the pass that he plays in, I feel like that's a play that you play, that you like a manager you want in your team, because like the technical ability is just so high. Now, why would you have that player on the bench when you're not playing well? Like when that's like your philosophy, that like I'm like this is situation. Like that, like I think that little moment in the match, and then the Whistle they're missing the chance again show how badly they spent money. About the amount of money they have spent, like this is like what's now come of it. Again, not a bad footballer, but if you look at the product, they haven't spent money. Like
they've invested horribly.
Like they've invested badly.
Horribly.
Like so it's just an indictment on them too. But yeah, but just to continue what you're saying about Newcastle, because they'll definitely but continue what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. They've invested horribly. I think like they've just made bad signings, and they've overspent. Like even with Wissard, like what he did at Brentford was great. He got 19 league goals last season, but then you've always got to contextualize where I think it was 55 that they paid for a 29-year-old whose contract was ending in a year. Like it's just bad business. Like it's just very, very bad business. But yeah, like I think from an Arsenal perspective, I just think most important thing was getting the win, but I think the performance was very uninspiring. I feel like even when you spoke about Gyökeres, it's interesting because I think, like I feel like this game was kind of like a good kind of like it was a good example of like the bigger problems when it comes to even Gyökeres. And what I mean by that is that so you see that chance at the end where it's like he just needs to play the ball across and then it's a one-on-one and it should be a goal. And he's not able to just do something so basic and simple. Like he's not able to pull it off. But then I also remember when Odegaard had the ball and he should play Gyökeres through and he chooses not to and then goes in. And I'm like, I feel like that's the problem where it's like Gyökeres isn't good enough. But also like you man are just not helping him at the same time.
You know, I kept saying like... while I was watching the match, bro, I said that we suffer from too many touches, man. Like there will be so many times where I'm just like, bro, now just release the ball. Like let's also just play faster. But again, it's like that extra touch. You're in front of goal, maybe you can shoot. It's that extra touch. I'm like, now the chance is gone. Like, bro, like just shoot and let's see what happens. Like I think I agree with you completely with that. That was like a recurring thought in my mind. It was like, Odegaard is one of the main culprits of that. But then at the same time, my concern is, then like this is still our best hope is that these lot get it right. Going back another step is I also think you put Saka in the team where when it was Havertz or whatever, that's in Gyökeres. It's like this is still the best team that we can play. So it's like this team is the team that needs to get us over the line. So they need to get better. And it's not easy to win. They just need to win.
On that point, I feel like, and we'll get back to like the overall Arsenal performance in a bit, but I feel like I think the most important like player for you within this running or certainly attacking player, I think is gonna be Eze. I think he's the difference maker. Like, and I think it's with everything. It's not just the goal, Like the goal was brilliantly taken, but also I feel like when I see his post-match interviews and like he's speaking to the journalists and stuff, I think he's very calm, he's very collected. I think he says the right things, and like I think just even generally because I like Eze a lot. I've always liked him, like even from like his times at Palace and when he was at QPR as well. Obviously he's had like a long journey, and I think he's got like a very good kind of like even kill approach to things. Like I remember watching an interview from him, and I know like his faith is very important to him, and he spoke about like never just trying to root himself in his faith and not ever getting too high and not ever getting too low. And I feel like you see that with him. Like he doesn't ever really get too high, he doesn't ever really get too low. Like, and I feel like he's got the right temperament for this title race. I think he's got the right temperament for these big games, and I think he's also got the quality. So like even when we're talking about the City game, obviously Shirky, like brilliant goal when you see like what a player like him can do, but then obviously Eze also had his moment which was very unlucky where it comes off the inside of the post, and I feel like that's the type of player that you need. And then again in a game like this where you're not creating much, you're not playing well, ball goes to the edge of the box, boom, top corner. Like, do you get me? And I feel like that's the type of person that you need, where it's like, and that's why it's like Arteta, you just can't take him off, because right now he just looks like the only person in your attack who's got the imagination to pull something out of nothing. Not just the imagination, because he's got because you have to have the imagination and you also have the quality. So it's like, and I think he's got both. So he's got the imagination,
it's
but
we're
he's
taking
also
these
got
bangers
the
for
quality.
granted.
Yeah. So it's like
it's crazy.
bro, when you look at the goals, obviously the hat trick against Spurs, like there was a few beautiful goals in that, especially like the half volley, the one in his left foot, like beautiful, like
the one against Leverkusen.
Yeah, the one against Leverkusen, brilliant game. The one in the cup, which was brilliant as well. He scored good goal against Palace.
First time,
to get the winner first time. There was also the assist for Martinelli against City, where he drops deep and he plays it over the top. And I think, like he's just a person where it's like, oh, he's got the quality. And you know, even when as like Arsenal fans and non-Arsenal fans, you look at it and you're like, oh man, like this is just not good to watch. But he's someone where it's like, at least he brings a bit of excitement. Like, like I don't want to group Eze with all of that.
I hear you, man.
I also feel like Arteta might have missed the trick early in the season, where I know what happened against Villa and he didn't track his runner and whatever. But I just feel like he's just got to play, man. Like,
he has to, man. But with him too now, we need to also just keep him fit, man. Because
he's got to stay fit. Yeah.
But
I think from what I've seen, because I heard he trained.
Okay, cool.
So I think he should be. I don't think he was, because people were saying that after the match he said just precaution. People said that's what he said last time. And then we didn't see him. But I heard that he actually trained, so I think he should actually be all right. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he is.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, man.
Key, man. Like, because again, like when
it's like a play outside the system, like like you have the system, we haven't played outside of it,
and
he hasn't been integrated.
He looks calm. Like even when it's like even afterwards, I was watching his post-match interview and he's speaking to like I think he was speaking to Sky Sports, and it's like they're talking about like all the pressure, like a lot of people are talking about the pundits and whatever. He's like, oh, listen to pundits. It's like, and they're talking about the pressure and stuff, and he was like, is it thingy? And he was like, bro, no one puts more pressure on us than we put on ourselves. And then I think he said something along the lines of like, pressure is like a privilege. Like this is this. And I was like, and he just seems very like just even kill. And it doesn't look gimmicky as well. It doesn't look like he's trying to, because he's always been like that. Like, do you get me? And he's also someone as well where it's like, again, Arsenal, one of the biggest football clubs in the world. And obviously like the amount of eyes on you is completely different. But he also was the spearhead behind Crystal Palace winning their first major trophy ever. So it's like he's also he knows how to deal with occasions. Like, do you get me? It's like he had the FA Cup final against Man City and he scores the winner. Like, do you get me? Like, he scored in the semi-final and the quarter-final as well. So it's like he knows what he needs to do. And I feel like also because he's had like such a long journey, like to even get to this point, like he was in the Arsenal academy, got released, then he had to work his way up, and then he's had these injuries and etc. I just feel like he just seems very even keel. He just seems very relaxed, and he's also got the quality to back it up. So I feel like, him. You need him fit. You need him firing.
No, we do, man. And also too, man. I don't know what you think about Zubamendi, man. Zubamendi, right?
I was gonna get on. I was gonna get. You know, that's why I didn't want it just to be negative. Cool, that's why I said let me talk about Eze.
Cool. I hear it.
I had to break up play.
No, I appreciate it.
I was gonna get back to him.
I appreciate it, man. Because man, a lot of work has to. Because for Eze to also thrive, that the rest of the team also just needs to thrive as well. It's just how we play, like how we keep possession. Like, you
mentioned it as well. Like, I think hopefully Saka's actually fully fit and he's not rushing him or whatever. Yeah. But if you've got fully fit Saka, you've got Eze there, even Odegaard, even for as much as he can be annoying and he's nowhere near what he was before. I think when it comes to what you've got, I just think you look better with Odegaard and Eze on the pitch. I still think you just look better. Like,
you know what it is. You know, I was thinking watching the game, bro. I was like, you know what? Again, all the criticism Odegaard gets, like, all these mistakes we've spoken about all in the past. But one thing that I think we don't speak about enough is the fact that he clearly also knows what Arteta's trying to do as well. This guy on the pitch is pointing here, go there. Like, he genuinely is like, almost like he is in the system as well, in terms of like what Arteta is trying to do. So objectively, we are just better with him and when he's not there. Because when he's not there, we've also seen that we're even worse when he's not there, as with all the criticism that you have on him. So I think the only way this works is that it has to be both of them, because that's the best team that we can put together right now. It's Eze, Odegaard, and it's Saka, and then we have to deal with Gyökeres. But then there are no players in our that we can choose from that are better than those three working.
Like, we have to do with Gyökeres. It's crazy, man.
But nah, man, bro, we have to, man. But you know what it is? Like, I think we've spoken about it, though. As critical as I am with him, I still always come back to just give me the goals. And again, man, man. You go over the line, you give me the goals. I'll forget everything I was saying before, man. I'll forget about it. You're the guy, it's just we don't get the goals. Again, now we're looking now and saying, "Who, man? This is the striker that we went to go win the league, and this is what happened." So.
You're out where you're at, man. But I definitely feel like midfield, bro. I think first and foremost, I think you guys are knackered. Like, I think you're absolutely knackered. I feel like that's probably would be one of my main worries with this whole thing, because I feel like having that. Even afterwards, the way everyone collapsed, and it's like you got the Newcastle game, then you've now got to go to Atletico, and you know how much the way like the Champions League is like this big thing, which is, you know, obviously you got to the final in 2006, but it's like this kind of like just phenomenon that you've missed out on, and it's like it will mean such a big thing for Arsenal. I feel like it also is that for Atletico. Like, do you get me? Like, I think someone was saying that like, both of you are the two biggest teams to have never won it. And you know, Atletico, they've been so close. They had the two finals against Madrid, and then Ramos last minute equalizer. Then they lost them pens in the other one. So I feel like both of you will be like, and Atletico, they've been resting everyone.
Oh, like, God, that's not what I want to hear. That's not what I want to hear, bro. Oh no,
bro. If you say Alvarez, don't you dare!
Oh no,
do you get me? They do have some key injuries as well. We'll probably talk about the Atletico tie a little bit later. But yeah, I feel like you're gonna have that, which is a massive game. Then Fulham 5:30 Saturday. Another massive game, then the return leg against Atletico, another massive game. And I just feel like, man, like I think that would be a worry, because I just think that midfield, I think Rice has regressed as well, but I think Zubamendi has just, like
falling off a cliff, man.
Yeah,
you know what's so nice? It was so small, and it doesn't mean anything, but it's actually nice to see Leo Skelly also come on and play midfield.
Yeah, play midfield.
I was like, I didn't think this was possible.
And you know what's crazy? I didn't think this was possible. Even you've got Lewis Kelly, and you know another thing that I find weird, like this is for like the season as a whole. I find like the use of Norgard.
Oh yeah,
weird.
so weird, man.
Like
So
I
weird.
find it because it's like this guy.
I don't know why we bought
was
him.
a Premier League captain for Brentford. Like
crazy.
So it's like he's a Premier League caliber player. Like he captained the Premier League side. Like he played all the time. So it's like we know that he doesn't get into your best 11. Like no one's
major.
talking about that.
We don't have build up.
Eze
Odegaard, both of you jump in, pick up the ball. Because I don't know what the logic could be. Like, oh yeah, is he not good enough on the ball for I can't think of the reason why he hasn't given a chance.
I think his use has been so weird, like just not using him at all. Like I think that's just been very weird. Like so I would have expected him to be being used, but we're at where we're at now in it. But I think your midfield looks spent. And to be fair, Newcastle's midfield, I think Tonali, Bruno G, they're both like, that's they get into most midfields in the Premier League. Like you get me? So it's like so they're really good. But I think what a lot of teams, I think you see it with Bournemouth, and saw it with Bournemouth and etc. is like before, I think what people used to say was that, you know what, like part of the things that were even justifying like the corner and set piece thing was that, teams are sitting so deep against us. They're giving us no space because they know if they open up against us or try to play ball against us, we're going to rip them apart. So cool. If you want to play ugly, we'll play ugly as well. Then we'll get the goals. The problem is that I think now your set piece threat, and maybe that's partially why you're finding new ways with the short corners and stuff where you're trying to switch it up because it's not as dominant as it was before earlier in the season, whilst obviously it's still there, of course. And then secondly, I feel like on the ball, you guys can't do what it is that you want to do anymore. It's just like teams have figured out that, bro, if we're confident and we get on the ball, like if it's whether it's at home or at the Emirates,
crazy,
and we're just confident and we're just
so
playing ball. It just was. I remember because, and again, you guys are challenging for league titles, so it's not the same. But I remember with United, like when I was watching us, and I realized that teams have realized that bro, we could just step OT and just
bro. Listen, bro. These man are on it.
These man are on it. Like, do you get?
You know what is I always say that.
I always say that when we with Arsenal a bit.
Bro, I always say that when I think when we started getting good again, the teams still were in that they don't rate us, so we caught teams. We caught teams by surprise. They tried to come at us, and we actually did rate them to shreds. So that's the issue, bro. That you have to keep that fair alive. Once teams don't look fair you, and then they start saying, "Okay, cool, like we're gonna actually come at you and try to go at you."
On the ball,
bro. So right now we just haven't been that good. Like the way we retain the ball isn't as good. We don't create enough chances. We don't control the game enough. Like there's so many things that
and the thing is, even talking about like your midfield, like I think even talking about your midfield, Rice is obviously like we know what Rice is, we know what his strengths are. I think Zubimendi as well. Like I think even when he was playing well, Zubimendi, and you realize it like when you just watch him, he isn't this like super line breaking all phases passer that like you just takes the ball off the center backs and can just dictate tempo. Like that's not, and I'm not even saying it to criticize him. That's just not his game. Like it's not his game. Like he's different to that. Of course he can pass. Like, do you get me? But it's like I think he's also like he's much more industrious. Like, do you get
very
me?
good in the air.
Get forward. Like, good in the air. Like, do you get me? Like he's not like he's not that type of profile where it's just like like he's just gonna be like
that's so weird about him, because even you think of someone like Jorginho, like again, like that's kind of player.
I was just about to say he's not a Jorginho profile. I was literally just about to say that. He's not a Jorginho profile. So it's like I think it's just one of them ones where it's like you're just observing. And this isn't even. I think his performances are dropped off a cliff, but this isn't even about that. This is even when he's playing well. You just kind of realize that, that's just not necessarily his game.
What he is,
Like,
yeah.
it's just not necessarily his game like that.
Yeah.
Which, like, I
No,
think it's
but
just
again, I think that's the
Yeah.
other reason why I think Eze is so important. Like, as you continue what you're saying earlier, is that I think we also need that player on the left that can come centrally and can make something happen, because man, we need to change. I think at least it's a different profile on that side, which then means that it changes more about just like where players are positioned across the pitch. Because right now that midfield is just not strong enough, and the build up isn't good enough. So we need Eze, we need Odegaard, we need these guys to come. I would say that at times in the game too, that I did think our build up has been better than it's been recently, because it's also been very bad. So you're seeing, okay, cool, it's better. It still needs to get better, like better than this, but like we were moving the ball through the lines better, but then in that final third, just still nothing happening, or too many touches, or the way he gets the ball and he overruns it, or he looks like it's going to be dangerous and then it goes over. It's like, so in those moments too, like we need more quality. And again, that's where we need someone like Saka to actually just come back. And again, if teams are not rating us, there's more space. Is that now what are you going to do in this situation? It's like, if you're also the player that I think you are. So yeah, man, like I said, bro, to wrap it up, I think we're just at a point now where it's like, are you as good as we think you are? Like, I think Sleep is one of the best in the backs in the world. I think Gabriel's one of the best in the backs in the world. I think Eze, Saka, I think these players are one of the best players in the world in their positions. Like, I think Rice is one of the best DMs in the world, if not like top 3 or whatever you want to argue. So yeah, man, there's enough very good players there where we need to put enough around them to get over the line. Which is why, again, Arteta's we get paid to do, man. So it's on him now to see what he needs to change. Like, maybe he is. I always keep saying that. I never played, I think, could maybe do something. We need Timber back, I think. Very important. And 100%. I think also, like, in that left back position, even if it's going to be like a Skelly, that means a midfielder a bit, he needs to like change like the flow of our team in terms of like how dominant we are, how good we are keeping possession. So he needs to change the profiles to make that happen. If it's Eze on the left, it's Odegaard, it's Saka, it's different to what we've seen, but I think he also needs to do things a bit deeper as well. If it is going to be to Mendy, you need to then maybe have Skelly and Rice, and then they're all 3 in there. Then maybe there's less space for him to be exposed. But it's like, this is now your job now to like make it happen in this running. Otherwise, bro, like I've said multiple times, yeah, man, thank you for everything that you've done. You got us very far. You understand? Like, I'll never take that away from you, man. But I no longer believe that you're going to get us over the line. Unfortunately, I no longer believe it. So, yeah, man, that's where we're at.
It's interesting as well. Like, it's such an interesting part of the season because, like, you can finish the season with fans wanting Arteta sacked, or you can finish the season, this guy can get a European Cup and Premier League double. Like, and it's like, it's very attainable. Like, he can go down in history. Like, it's such a crossroads moment. But we'll see what.
But again, bro, you know what? I think I can only ever be honest with how I actually feel in the moment. So I don't even care. We spoke about it multiple times. I don't need to be the person that never criticized Arteta and believed until the end that he was going to be super successful for me to feel very happy at the end if he gets over the line. I say, man, I love it. So man. So I think that's what you can only be honest with, like how you feel watching what you're watching and how you feel in the moment, and still being hopeful that with all that being said, nothing's changed and they do get over the line. But yeah, man, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, I definitely hear it still. Therefore, quickly, let's just move on to Atletico. Obviously, you've got them tomorrow. What are you thinking for that game? Like, what would you be happy with as regards to a result? Of course, a win goes without saying, but like, would you also be happy with a draw? Would you what are your thoughts on a narrow loss? Of course, you wouldn't want to lose, but like, just let me explain what your thoughts are on like the next leg. I mean, the match tomorrow, but then also the leg overall, and like, what position do you think is like, what position is very detrimental if for you to take back in to the Emirates for the second time, if that makes sense.
No, it does. I think to start off just right in with the detrimental, I think anything like a 2-0 or plus loss, I think would be detrimental. I think if it's a 1-0, I'll be disappointed because, again, I would like to think that we play well enough. We also can. I would want us to maybe get a narrow win, but I'll be cool with a draw. But I wouldn't I'd be happy if we went and lost, because I think we should still be better than that. But again, on the day, who knows what happens in it. But going into it, I'd want to think that I still think we're favourites to go and at least just pick up a narrow win. A draw is not the end of the world. We should get to Emirates and I'll be confident, cool, we should get through there. But a narrow loss too, they're a very good team. You can kind of see on the day how it goes. It wasn't your day. They play, they get their one goal. We're like, cool, we're still within our hands that we can go and get the first goal at the Emirates and get the second and still go through. But if it's like a 2-0 up lost, and I think it was a failure, because I don't think we should be going there and like putting ourselves in a position where now we have to score at least 2 or 3 at the Emirates, when I've seen us barely score 1 in a match, and I think we put ourselves in a bad position. Like, so we just need to keep it like 1-0, like kind of lost, and it's still within like a reasonable tolerance of what I think we can do when it comes to the Emirates. I still expect us to win, but do I expect us to go and beat them 3-4-0? No. I think maybe it might be a 2-1 or 2-0. So it's like we have to balance that out across the 2 games. Like, so I think that's where I'm kind of out with it. So I'm reasonably confident, but again, it's still one like I haven't seen much of Atletico recently, so maybe you can tell me how dangerous of a position they are. But just from my overall not watching the league eyes in general, I think we should have enough to get through. But it won't be easy because Champions League, there's pressure, there's different factors that impact the game. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. What do you think?
With my watching La Liga eyes, I think you should get through as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Atletico is interesting, and like I think obviously, like when we think about Atletico, we think of Simeone, we think about their defense, we think about how well defensively disciplined and structured they are, and we think about like a particular type of football. But Atletico actually haven't really been playing that type of football. Like they're much more, actually, in all seriousness, people laugh about the game. I think it may be more open than people think.
Okay,
really?
Okay.
I think it may be, I think it may be more open than people think. Like, like I know obviously all of the jokes are being made and stuff. But like I think they've not been playing in that kind of like, low block, everyone behind the ball. Do you get me? Like the basically the stereotypes of Simeone based on what we previously seen, like, isn't necessarily the case. And also, like, their defense isn't as good as it once was as well. So I think you definitely can get at them. And I think it's just fun. I think as regards to the dynamic of the tie, I think it'll just be interesting to see how Arsenal approach it as well. Like, do you get me? Like, I think if you saw with the Barcelona ties, is like they are obviously going to defend, but they will commit bodies forward, like, do you get me, and try and score goals, like if there's space to attack, like, do you get me? So it's like they're happy to do that. So I think it's going to be like interesting to see how Arsenal also approach it. I think if Arsenal approach it with like obviously not gung-ho, but they're also trying to like commit forward, then I actually think the game will actually be better than a lot of people think, in all honesty.
Hey,
but like I think,
bro.
I think it'll be like, we're probably gonna watch the nastiest things. Like, do you get me?
I hear it.
So
I hear it, but I get what you're saying. So
I think Barrios is gonna be injured, and I think that's a big miss. Midfielder for Atletico, and he's one of their key men. So I think that's gonna be definitely a big miss for Atletico. They've of course got the threat that can hurt you, like Alvarez.
How's Alvarez been, by the way? Because I've heard like mixed things where like he's gone like a lot of the season without scoring goals. I guess I'm watching what's happened.
So I think that's what's happened. Like he had gone like through long patches where he wasn't scoring regularly. I think of course he's a quality player, like, do you get me? So it's like the quality is obviously there. Like we can see what he can do from even dead ball situations, and he can score big goals as well. Like, even Atletico recently lost the Copa del Rey final, so they lost on penalties to Sociedad, and Alvarez scored in that final. But like, again, the match was 2-2, it went to penalties, and again I think it just kind of reinforces the whole thing of like they're not as defensively solid as they once were, but they're also capable of scoring goals. Like, do you get me? They've got Alvarez, they've got Griezmann, they've got players also that will run, and they're extremely disciplined. Like even Simeone's son, like, do you get me? Like, that guy he's willing to lay it all down for this team and his dad. Like, do you get me? So it's like, I do think Arsenal, like, they just need to manage the tie, and then I do expect them to go through. I think a draw would be a good result. A win, that goes without saying. I think even if it's a 1 deficit loss, I think you're still well in. I think it's not ideal because I feel like you don't want to give them like anything to take to the Emirates, but I still don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But I think a big thing in this tie again is going to be like moments, and then I think it's going to be experiences as well, because again, Atletico, they've been in really bad form, like, and yeah, over the last few games as well. Simeone's been resting players. Like, I think everything is about this Champions League. Obviously, Griezmann, he's leaving at the end of the season, like, and he's going to America. And obviously, for those who aren't familiar, there's this like unlucky thing with Griezmann and Atletico where,
hey man,
like, obviously they've won 2 titles. He wasn't there for the 2014 one. Then obviously when he left to go to Barca, then Atletico won the title. And then he ended up coming back to Atletico, so he missed out on both titles that Atletico had. Like he just wasn't there. Like, and then obviously with the Champions Leagues as well, like they weren't able to get over the line. So yeah, man, like I know they're desperate to win this one, and especially with the cup exit as well. It's like, yeah, this is literally their whole season. Yeah, like they like Arsenal, at least they've got the Premier League as well, so you're kind of like fighting on 2 fronts, whereas Atletico is not no 2 fronts. Like, this is literally everything. Like, it's everything to them,
man.
So
yes, like you say, bro, we're gonna find out very clearly how tired we are.
Yeah, like, you get me? Like, this is everything to them. So I feel like I think that's probably one of the major concerns is fatigue. Like, do you get me? Like, is fatigue and making sure that you guys are like fit and you're like just not even just fit, but it's like you've got the runners and you've got like the energy to keep up, because yeah, man, like this is going to take a lot out of you. But at the same time, man, this is what you've been waiting for, man. Like, you wait for these moments. So you gotta get it from somewhere, man. Like, do you get me?
100.
So yeah, that's how I see it. I think, like, yeah, man, I think if you lose by more than 2 goals, it's not even that you're not capable of turning it around, but then I think, yeah, that's very dangerous. 2 or more. I think if you keep it to 1 goal, if you get a draw, then yeah. But I think this could be a nervy one just because, like, what's at stake. And I also feel like I do also feel like, to be fair on Arteta, these European ties, I actually think he's navigated them quite well.
Yeah, he has. Well, we beat them 5-0 the season, early in the season.
Like, no, I'm not even talking about that. I'm even talking about like these 2-legged European ties. Like, I think he's actually navigated them like quite well. Like, I think in Europe, Arsenal, like, you don't get blown away in the first leg. Like, you're able to go into the next tie with something to play for. So if I'm correct, obviously you beat Madrid in the quarterfinals, obviously 3-0 at home and then 2-1 away. And then you had PSG. Now, obviously PSG knocked you out, but it's like you lost 1-0 at the Emirates, which obviously wasn't ideal, but like you're still in the tie. Like, do you get me? Before that, I think Bayern knocked you out. And I think it was 2-2 the first leg, if I remember correctly.
Actually, remember
I think it was 2-2. Like, I think you drew 2-2 at the Emirates. Yeah, I think you drew 2-2 at the Emirates. Yeah. And then you ended up losing the second leg. But yeah, like he keeps you in it, which is the most important thing. Like, do you get me? So yeah, man. We'll see what happens, but I think Arsenal have got a good chance of getting to the final. And then after that, obviously PSG, Bayern, brilliant final. I hear it, but you know what it is? A final is a final, man. Like, it's just one game. It's not. I think if the final was 2 legs, then you guys, it could be a little bit thingy, but it's just one game. Like, you can put up a stinker and it's one corner. It's one this, it's one that. Like, yeah, like that's all it takes. Like, do you get me? So it's like, even like I remember when Madrid faced Dortmund in the final a couple years ago, 2024, and Dortmund had the chances to win that, and they just couldn't convert, and then Madrid bang. Like, do you get me? And that's it.
Yeah, man. That's what she wrote, man.
That's what she wrote. Like, do you get me? It's like, yeah, I remember Liverpool when they faced Madrid, it's like Courtois pulling off save after save, blah, blah, blah. Then ball gets played across, Trent's asleep, Vinicius, boom. 1-0. That's all she wrote. Get in, get out, man. Like, so that's the thing with finals, man. Anything can happen. So, like, once you get, if you're able to get to the final, anything can happen. So, I think, yeah, first and foremost, you just got to navigate this tie. But yeah, man, results. That's what it's all about. So we'll see what happens. Moving on, man. Obviously, you've got a lot of on the line this season. My club, not really. Like, yeah, man.
Not really, man. You know what it is, man? Yes, they could have made things a bit interesting, but but I guess we'll get into it.
Bro, I feel like even if we lost, man, it's not interesting, man. Like, do you get me? Like,
really? I think it could have got interesting. You guys,
even if we lost, we'll be on 58 points. With 4 games.
No. You would be. I think why it would be interesting because I think then you also have Liverpool the next game as well, where it's no guarantee that you also beat Liverpool. If you now lose that game, teams beneath you are still winning. It's like you're not. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So finished that it couldn't. No, but you lost yesterday. But
that's what I'm saying because I feel like even if we lost yesterday, it would have been 58 points. Then I think Brighton are the next closest in 6th, who are on 50 points. So it's like it's an 8-point gap with 12 points to play for. Like I just think it just would have to go.
No. And
I think we even face Brighton on the last game as well. So it's like it would have to just go so.
Yeah, but even that, man, you know what it is? I feel like the way you guys are playing right now, if you had lost these 2 games, I don't think it also wouldn't have been as far as I said.
And Brighton would have to be perfect.
As well. That's the problem. The point,
this is. That's what I'm saying. Everything has to go. Brighton have to be perfect.
Right.
So it's just that's what I was saying. That's like for the last few weeks, Champions League hasn't even been a cert for me. Honestly, like it's just been. I said it ages ago. I said it quite a while ago. I was just like, United will get Champions League. I've clocked it. Just everyone else, they're just not on enough, man. Like again, I feel like that period where we had that, I think Carrick, where he won like 6 out of 7, that consistency, it was just enough. Man. Yeah, it's just like
just kept everyone else at bay.
Yeah, man, it was just enough. Like, and I think overall, out of all these games, I think it's 9. He's won 9 out of 13, so he's won 9, drew 2, lost 2.
Very good record.
Yeah.
Where are you with that, by the way? With I guess as you explain the United game, like has your opinion changed at all in terms of character? It looks very likely he's gonna get. Can you weave that into I guess like where you're at with it right now?
I think currently where I'm at with it is that like I don't have anyone who like I'm strongly for. Like, so I think Enrique obviously would be brilliant, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he'll sign a new contract to PSG. I think what makes things very interesting currently is that is a World Cup year. So it's like we don't actually have much time, like as regards to pre-season players coming back. Like, so I feel like where Carrick does have an advantage is that continuity. Like, because it's like if you were to get a new manager, let's say if you were to get Nagelsmann's first got to play at the World Cup with Germany, then do all of that, then finish the World Cup, then players will have like their extended breaks because of the World Cup. Then they've got to come back, and then we've got to go over like recruitment and this and that and whatever. And I think it's a very tight turnover. Whereas with Carrick, I think what the advantage is with him is that the continuity, where it's just like, okay, well, you already know all the players. You don't need to reintroduce yourself. You've had X amount of matches. You've done this, whatever. So we can already work with you to try and identify what it is that we need and like how it is that we'll improve. So I think that's where he's got an advantage. I think it would have been interesting to see how things would have been if it wasn't a World Cup year. But I think that World Cup year thing actually plays in his hands a lot. I think Iraola's a very good manager. I like him. And I wouldn't be mad if he was United manager. I just feel like I'm very like just calm about it. Like I think some people are like very, very much like, oh, don't make the same mistake as Oli, whatever the case may be, and blah blah blah. But I do feel like also when it comes to this, I think there's a lot of narratives like regarding everything, like, do you get me, which aren't accurate. Because I think first and foremost, even with Oli, you know, sometimes how people speak about Oli, I find it funny.
I think he was a train wreck,
bro. Like Oli wasn't good enough, and it ended horribly. Like, do you get me? And it was really sad to see towards the end, because it's like when you've got someone like Ollie, like who's done what he's done for Manchester United. Like, bro, I grew up with my dad telling me stories about I watched it, but I couldn't remember it. But I remember my dad, he would be telling me stories about 99 and the celebrations of Ollie scoring a winning goal against Bayern in the Champions League final. So obviously we know what Ollie means to the club, and it was sad to see things end like that. But also, I think sometimes when people tell the story, they're like, oh, you see what happened? They got excited. He had the interim period. He was doing well. They appointed Ollie, and then it all went horribly wrong. And it's like, well, that's not really what happened, did it? Like, do you get me? It's like,
you're right.
He finished second, and he finished third. And he got to the Europa League final against Villarreal, and he lost. Like, do you get me? So I think he just weren't able to get a trophy over the line. And yeah, he finished second and he finished third. Like, and then ultimately he just wasn't the guy. Like, his football wasn't sustainable enough. Like, yeah, he just didn't have the capacity to take us further. Like, do you get me? And it ended very badly. But yeah, like, it wasn't this, like, it wasn't Amorim. Like, do you get me? Like, sometimes how people talk, yeah.
Hey,
and I feel like, so I think there's that. So it's like, and then secondly, talking about Amorim was one of the best, like, you know, up and coming managers, like young up and coming managers. Like, he was highly regarded. Liverpool were linked with him, etc. We saw what he did at Sporting, winning their first couple of league titles in, I think, 20 plus years. Like, he was well spoken of. Like, he was rated. We saw how that went. Ten Hag, manager of Ajax, playing this beautiful football. They win their leagues. They get to the Champions League semi-final. They only don't make the final because Lucas Moura in the last minute scores that hat-trick goal to take Spurs through to the final. And then, yeah, he was very highly rated. We saw how that went. Mourinho, who's one of the GOATed managers, one of the best managers of all time, etc., whatever the case may be. Like, do you get me? And then we saw how that went. And even talking about Mourinho, for example, he won 2 trophies. He won the Europa League and the League Cup, and then finished 6th. And then the next season, he finished 2nd. Like, do you get me?
That was the greatest achievement of his career.
That was the Centurion season. He finished 2nd with 81 points. Do you get me? So it's like, but the thing is that, and this is the thing when it comes to United, because of what we are, because of who we are, because of what Ferguson has done, like, success is only going to be defined as getting one of those big trophies over the line. So it's champs or prem. Like, so even when people talk about United, they say since Fergie retired, United have been rubbish. Like, do you get me? And it's like, it's because they're judging it on United standards. Like, do you get me? But it's like, since Fergie retired, it's like, we've won your FA Cups. We won it under Van Gaal. We won it under Ten Hag. We won League Cups. Mourinho won a League Cup. Ten Hag won a League Cup. We won in Europe. We won the Europa League with Mourinho. We finished 2nd. We finished 3rd. We finished 4th. We had Champions League, blah, 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 blah. But it's United. So it's like, in order to be deemed a success, you got to win the Prem or you got to win the Champs. Like, you get me? So anyone who doesn't do that is a failure. And people are going to say we've been rubbish. Like, do you get me? Amorim, that was a whole different ball game.
Yeah, he actually was rubbish.
Yeah, that was just different depths. That's rubbish for anyone. That's rubbish for anyone. You get me? That's rubbish for Bournemouth.
Yeah, man. Don't accept
that's
that,
rubbish for anyone. Yeah, that's just rubbish for anyone. So yeah, man, I think it's just one of them ones where it's like, I feel like if Carrick gets appointed and he doesn't win the league, then people are gonna say, "Oh, you see." But it's like, who's gonna win the league? Like, do you get me? It's like,
I agree.
The bar's just so high. Like,
you know what?
The bar's so high. Yeah.
I think you said it before, and when we spoke about it, which I think is like, is that even if it's a 1-year contract, it gives you another year now to see how he does. If he's doing well and it's making sense, you could maybe give him longer. Like, maybe it's like 18 months, but like, you don't have to also you're not committing to him for the next 5 years. Don't get holding the Chelsea. Then it's not end the world if you get carried.
Contract.
Like,
it should be a short-term contract.
I hear you though. I think right now is just so you just have to get Champions League football, and then you guys would then We'll then see because whoever they bring in, I feel like what's really important is that your recruitment is also very good,
That's
and
the
who
key,
you bring
bro.
in. Like, because I think ultimately, kind of
That's
like what you're saying about anyone to be a failure if they don't win the Premier champs, is that you need to bring in the caliber or quality of player. Like, if they're not that quality now, they're going to be that quality that will put you in a position where you are competing for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues and actually being a good team. Then the manager alongside that, then they're a success. But if it's like, we're gonna keep Luke Shaw, we're gonna keep Maguire, we're gonna try to do it as cheap as possible, bring in maybe just one or two guys that's not really going to make much of a difference to the team, then the manager is going to be a failure. And it's not because the manager, maybe he might not be good enough, but it's also the bigger issue is that you just need to have the quality to kind of go with that manager regardless of who it is. So I think that's definitely the bigger question of like how are you guys going to be, what's going to happen this summer, what decisions are you going to make, are you going to make the right ones? And man, interesting to see
recruitment.
But I guess
it's crazy. And even I think that's even a good segue, because I think recruitment, we made some really good signings. I think firstly, man, like my guy Lamans, like do you get me?
Fair play to him, man.
He's
man.
Just,
bro, compared to the last guy, man. I heard the last guy wants to come back.
Man.
You can answer his phone, bro.
Do not disturb. Do not disturb, bro.
Nah, man.
Like, do you get me? So man. But he's just safe, man. He's safe, man. Like, he's assured, he's safe, he does what he needs to do. And I think scouting wise, that was brilliant as well, because I think, what was it, like 18 mil we paid for him, which is brilliant, man. Like, like most of us didn't know much about him at all. Like, I definitely didn't, and I watch a lot of football, and man, like I couldn't tell. I remember when we saw sign, I was like, guys, people are asking me, I was like, guys, I know I watch a lot of football. I don't want to lie to you.
No, I appreciate that, bro.
That's how you get caught out.
Man. Man. You come and say, man.
That's how you get caught out.
You're like, man, he's a guy. Man. You come back and say, bro, you're definitely lying. Man, you're definitely lying, bro, man.
Bro, I didn't know much about him at all, man. So I didn't really know what to expect. But he's done his thing. That's been really good. As regards to the game, and I'll talk about some of the other signings within that, but I think the game was an interesting one, because I think we started much better than how we'd previously started against Leeds. Like, I think there was much more intensity and we're up for it. And then again, man, Amrin, man, he needs to answer for his crimes, man. My boy Kobe. Oh my days, bro! That run, man, that run, bro.
Man. You know what? It's good when you know that you have a brain of your own, man. Imagine actually being someone who was going through that period, and you're like, this guy is just a bad footballer.
Bro. You know when people say,
I'm happy that I can see through.
You know when
that,
people say you want to be on the right side of history.
Man, it's true.
Make sure you're on the right side.
Make sure you're on the right side of history, man.
So it's one of them ones. Man. Like, I could have, that whole Amrim, I was just never ever hearing it. I couldn't believe what he was doing, man. And I'm happy like we're just past that. But I think that he's been performing. I think Chelsea, he was really good as well. And I think it's funny as well, because a lot of the time people speak about like defensively, like they talk about like that side of his game. I think like he's been really good defensively, like as of recent. Like, I think he's tackling, he's covering ground, like he's intercepting, he's keeping things ticking. Like, I think he's doing it, because even in this team currently, he's actually been more of the six. Casemiro, obviously, even Unks, he's box crashing.
Man.
Do you get me?
Box crashing and slide tackling.
Do you get me? We gotta let Unks be Unks. Like, do you get me? We gotta let Unks do Unks. Like, do you get me?
This guy's having fun at this point, man.
Hey, bro, he's having a farewell tour, man. He's having his best life. Yeah, do you get me? So Kobe's actually been the one who's been like more disciplined in that regard of like sitting deeper, picking the ball off the centre backs, and man, he's been great. But then it was lovely to see, like, you can see what he can do when he's further forward as well, because like that's one of his attributes, where it's like he starts dancing, like, and he starts gliding past people, like, and man, like that was brilliant. And it's just a shame that Ahmad couldn't finish it off, man, because it's like, again, you want that to be Kobe's assist, you want that to be there, and it's just annoying that Ahmad couldn't finish off.
He even had the composure at the end to say, you know what, you have a high chance of scoring. Let me just pass it
like, you get me, pass it, and you know what's annoying? Ahmad has to score that, like, he does have to score that. So yeah, that's just what it is. But then also it's annoying as well because it's just like Brentford, like it was just annoying that they blocked it because the shot actually wasn't that bad. Like he did actually place it, and it wasn't just an aimless shot. He did place it to go in the bottom corner, and then they block it off the line. But then just because of what the opportunity was, it's just that you just have to score.
You have to score.
Like,
Because you know what I think puts it perfectly is that if you compare it to the goal that I think Sheshko scores as well, but that's another one where it could get blocked. But he just puts it in a place where it just can't get blocked. Like he has the composure and
like,
he makes sure it goes in. So I think again in that moment he just had to score. Like there was enough of the goal where it's like unfortunately it got blocked. It was a good block. It was on target, but you have to just put that in.
You just gotta put it in the net, man. And I was upset. That Kobe were able to get his assist, man. But yeah, he's been brilliant. Then Maguire. Obviously, he has the opportunity, and then it gets like clawed just off the line.
Yeah,
like, I think
that was
free.
Shocking from Brentford, bro. I don't know what they were doing. I said, "What, Big Maguire? Let Maguire do this."
Man. Like it's crazy. So so we had those opportunities, and it's like things were looking good. Then Brentford started playing ball.
Oh, bro.
And then now we have
to call to we have to call into the courtroom. We have to call him. Maybe that's what we need to start doing, bro. Call him please to the courtroom. But I'll let you try the case because man, he was shocking.
Yeah, man.
He was shocking.
Like he's got like 21 goals this season. But man, like he had a shocker because I think the worst things about like the chances that he had as well is that he weren't able to get the shots off,
bro.
Like he just weren't even able to get the shots off. Man. Yeah, like he weren't able to get the shots off. So he has the one where the ball goes across the box. I think it's
amazing cross.
It's Luke Shaw sliding, and he's not able to get any contact on that. Then he has the one where it's like the ball gets played through, and Heaven's able to get a toe on it. And Le Mans makes the save.
Yes.
And then I think there's the one where it's like the ball gets through to him again, and he's just not able to shoot.
Bro,
like
that adds insult to injury. He's in offside. Even the one that does that wouldn't even count anyway. He still managed to find a way to miss it. He had a mare.
Like Brentford definitely could have scored, and we did look quite like things did look quite. It was a good game.
It was a very good game, bro. I was like, this midfield is. I swear, that's the downside of Old Trafford, bro. There was so much space. Your midfield looks so deep. I was looking like I smell playing. I was like, bro, why there's so much space?
Yeah, there's so much space. It's a big stadium, man.
Yeah,
big stadium. So yeah, like Brentford could have scored a few. We could have scored a few. And then like I think this was big for us. Was like Brentford were on the attack. Ahmad makes the slide tackle. Let me quickly speak about Ahmad as well, because that's my boy, man.
Talking it, bro.
His stocks are low right now.
Oh man, man. You know what is? I don't even like to question players. Why I just do it I remember the comparisons people were making with him, and I was like, you know what? This is where you also too, man. Sometimes I think people drag players in the conversation they just don't need to be in. When you then compare them to the players, I think you shouldn't be comparing them to.
For the record, that wasn't me. I
know it wasn't you, bro.
Yeah. I know. It's for the audience.
Yeah, no, it's for the audience, bro. If you know, you know, man. But nah, man. So I know it wasn't you, but as you're saying, I get that. Yeah, but go on. But when you
Ahmad's
talk about it, man.
Ahmad's a talented player. But yeah, man. And last season he had a really good season, and and he done a lot of what he did even from wing back. And yeah, man, like talented player. But yeah, he's just not been. He's lacking conviction in his decision making. Like he's lacking conviction in his shots. Like his decision making hasn't been great, and yeah, man, like he just looks like a player low on confidence. Like he went to AFCON and he had a great AFCON, and then since he's come back, he's just been bad. And it's not just him; it's the exact same thing with Mbumo. I don't know what happened,
man.
Like over at the AFCON, but Mbumo's come back, and I've been saying this for ages, bro. Remember, I was saying, I was like, bro, bench, etc., whatever the case may be. And it's like sometimes people think, oh, like I'm being harsh, and it's like, bro, I love Mbumo, man. Like this guy, when we were at the bottom, when we finished 15th and lost the European final to Spurs, Mbumo and Kudia, they'll always have a special place in my heart. But saying, you know what, these guys, they finished 15th,
man.
But we're gonna reject these Champions League clubs, and we're gonna go there. Like I will always love them for that. I can never forget it. I can never forget when we were at our lowest.
This is bigger than football.
Hey, bro, when we were at our lowest.
The question of character.
When we were at our lowest, Cunha said, "I'm still gonna come." I'll never forget how I felt when I saw that old Steve.
Bro, I was shocked, bro. I was shocked. I said, huh?
Newcastle, Spurs, Arsenal, and we know obviously Arsenal, like you got Saka, and it might have been a different position, and he might have been jostling with Saka for the right wing, so it would have been less of a priority for you. But it's like, yeah, when I saw that announcement, and it's like he wants to come Man United, I said, hey man, I can never forget you guys. Like, so him, man. And then even Sheshko as well, he rejected Newcastle. Yeah, all of them, man. All of them, man, that rejected. Like, yeah, man. I've got a lot of time for them still. But in Bumo, I think his confidence is on the floor. Like, he's just.
It's crazy though. He started off quite well. Like, he was scoring.
Bro, like it's because it's not even like just like. Even under Amarim, he was doing his thing, like big games, and then on the Carrick, like he started off well again. Against City at home, scored. Against Arsenal away at the Emirates, scored. At home to Spurs, scored. Like, so he like thinks, but he's just not been good, man. Like, and in Bumo, he's not the most technical player. Like, do you get me? Like, far from it. I remember when people were talking and was like, oh, we're talking about like who's a better dribbler, Ahmad or Mbeumo, and I said Ahmad, and certain people were looking at me funny, and I was just like, I don't even know why this is a controversial statement. Yeah, like, it's just like it's very clear. I was just like, it's very clear. I don't even know why this is a controversial statement, but yeah, but what Mbeumo thrives at is like being direct, getting these shots off, getting those crosses in. Like, he's got a really good finish on him. He's quick, he's strong, powerful, like, yeah, man. But now it's looking like his decision making has been bad. Like, he's never had the greatest touch, but it's looking really bad now. Oof, man. Like, do you get me? Like, he's not.
I think that's the issue too. I feel like these kind of players too. He needs to be efficient in those actions. That's what you are. Like, that's you at your best. Yeah, like,
bro.
Like, if you in those moments, the ball over the top, you run in behind, that clean touch, you finish him, bro. That's why you're here.
With Cunha might do something dumb and he might have a bad touch or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But also, Cunha is a different type of player. So it's like Cunha can also just get the ball and beat two man. Like, do you get me? Or it's like, oh, you can see at the Emirates, like, you can just collect the ball outside the box and just wrap it. Like, do you get me? So it's like, yeah, like, so it's like, that's why, like, Cunha's different. Like, we look at him and Cunha's been performing very well as well. As of recent, it's funny because like Mbeumo dropped off, and it's like I think in the first half of the season, Mbeumo was getting the GA and he was doing his thing, and Cunha had some good performances, he had some bad performances, but he weren't really putting up numbers. And then I think now Cunha started to put up numbers, and like obviously against Stamford, Chelsea at Stamford Bridge got the winner for us. Arsenal, of course, like against Villa, put us 2-1 up. Like, he's been getting the big goals, but then in Mbeumo now. Yeah, he's just not looking it. So I need him to just, bro, yeah, man, like, just get his confidence back up. Like, do you get me? Because, bro, I won't ever forget what you done for us. Like, do you get me? So it's like, and you scored in the big games as well. Like, scored at Anfield, scored at the Emirates, scored against City, scored against... But, bro, I can't forget you. So just get your confidence up, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and also too, I feel like
you got quality. Yeah. Like, do you get me? Just get your confidence up, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, like,
I agree, man.
Come back strong.
I agree, man. Yeah. And also too, like, you guys have got German League football. It's like you go next season too. Like, it's there's not much jeopardy in your matches. It's just kind of like,
yeah, man. Yeah,
like, so you just can't even, just need to, yeah. I think that's where you're at right now. Yeah, but yeah, he does need to be better,
bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, because he's been really bad. I have no shame in admitting it. But yeah, man. And then the second goal, what I was gonna say, Ahmad, he makes the tackle. Then Bruno, he's through.
Guy,
and then obviously
this guy, you know what's
happening. He's chasing.
Man,
he's
bro,
chasing. He's chasing history.
I want you to know this doesn't count, bro. What he's doing doesn't count. I'm seeing Bruno pass the ball in positions I know he wouldn't pass the ball, bro. It reminds me of Son. When you see someone do something out of character,
you know
this
what's funny?
Is too out of character, bro.
You know what's funny? Like, when he's going through, like, initially it actually looks like Mbeumo is the better pass, like, you get me. But then obviously he's holding on to the ball and he's releasing it, and it's also, he done very, very well, by the way. But it did also look like he was caught in. He's like, oh, Sheshko's there, Mbeumo's there. I could also just bag the shot. But he's like, no, I can't bag the shot. It's his record. So it's like, and then
it was a time it took him. It was a time it took him to work through those calculations.
And then he analyzed it. He was like, he was looking at it. It's like, the Sheshko, there's a Mbeumo. He's like, you know what, in Boomer, I don't know if I trust you.
Hey, bro, that's very bad.
Unfortunately, jeopardy.
Unfortunately, bro.
I don't know.
You see after the goal, you looked at him straight away.
Yeah,
he said,
yeah,
bro, sorry, bro.
I don't know if I trust you right now.
Yeah.
He said, but then we've been chatting.
Yeah.
We've been chatting. I know that he's been bagging goals off the bench. He's got goals when he started. It's like, I think I trust him more right now.
Like, in training, I see he's finishing. You know what? I've done the calculation, bro. Unfortunately, he comes out on top.
I gotta go to
it's
bed.
not personal.
And it's funny as well. And it's exactly what you said, because you know what? And I love that finish from Šeško, because Šeško, really and truly, what he could have done is that he could have just hit it first time, the shot gets blocked. And then I think it's just like, Bruno took too long, or like people could say, there's not much more he could have done. This is just whatever the case may be. I think the composure to like take the touch, leave my man sliding, and then how early he took the shot where just bang, don't give a keeper the chance. And I feel like that's what I really, really liked about Šeško, because there's been a couple times where like he's had time and he's fluffed these lines a little bit. And I think, like that was really good, because it's like, obviously there's loads of time. He's making sure that he's holding his run. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't go offside. You collect the ball, just calm, man. Just whoop, touch, send, man, dispatch. And yeah, man, that's what I need from my striker. So that was really, really good. Obviously, he's in double figures in the league now, which is really good for him, like, especially with the minutes that he's been playing, because yeah, man, like, bro, that bench, I've got to give credit to Carrick as well, because I feel like he used him like well. Like I think that bench run he went on when he was just coming off the bench and just banging winners, like I think that was big for him. And then my thing was that I just didn't want him not to have a fair chance at starting from there as well. But then to be fair on Carrick's put him in, like, and even when he's not had the greatest game, he started him again. And I think it's just fair now. And it's like, so even if for the Liverpool game, let's say he's on the bench and he decides to go with like Mbumo through the middle or whatever the case may be, that's fair. Like, do you get me? Like, I just like fairness. Like, know the strengths of your squad, know who you've got. But yeah, now Šeško, like, I'm happy with him, man. Like, hopefully, like, you can get a few more before the season ended. But yeah, and also just contextualizing, obviously, there was the whole Šeško Gyökeres thing. It's like, obviously, I think Šeško is a better player. Regardless, but I also, and it's rare I say this, I actually think it was just better he came United, and it's rare that I say that about a player, but I just feel like at Arsenal, don't get me wrong, I feel like at Arsenal he would have done better than Gyökeres, but I just feel like it's just the pressure cooker over there at the Emirates,
it is, man.
Like, you lot need everything, like, this is do or die. You need it over the line, and I feel like no matter what he did, if like there was a big chance in the City game and he didn't score, or whatever, and then all the narratives would be,
we might not see him again, man.
This is why we shouldn't, because I feel like also half of your fan base as well, they just didn't want him because of like the age and project striker and whatever. So I feel like there always would have been a thing, this is why we should have went for the proven striker, or this is why we would have went for Gyökeres or whatever. So I think he would have just been up against it from the start, and I think it's just the pressure cooker over there and whatever. And funnily enough, United, which obviously there's serious pressure, but I feel like we've actually been able to protect him. Like, we've actually been able to protect, and I think the fans and the manager, like, we've actually been able to protect him and just like, hey, Šeško, just you cut through.
We spoke about it, man. Cunha, all the pressure was on Cunha and Mbeumo. Like, they're the first people that were talking about if United also not doing well. That's
doing well. So it's like
he's a young striker that's come in.
You learn. Let Bruno chat to you.
It's a completely different context.
Let him chat to you. Let you get your runs better, timing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I think he's done that. And now he's our top scorer. Like, he's gotten past Mbumo. So, I think it's actually been good for him, which is funny because most of the time when players come to United, it's like, oh my gosh, bro, they destroy careers. They destroy careers over there. Do you get me? So but I was thinking about it the other day, and I was just like, you know what? This is actually a good career choice for you.
Yeah, and
even Newcastle, because everyone was saying Newcastle, and I understood why people were saying Newcastle would have been a better choice for him for his career. But yeah, like, it's nice that it seems that we've actually been able to develop him, and it's
but
we've
you
not
know,
just
I think
ruined the guy.
what's been really important in that too, man. I think it's because you guys have also won games. I think if it's
Yeah.
also under like Amram, you're still not playing great football. No one's happy with
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
And again, that
100.
can very quickly change just how everyone feels about every player in the team. Like, because they're not performing as well. So by winning, picking up positive results, he's shone, he scored good goals. There's not really much you can complain about, man. Like it's been more than fair for what he is. Like he's probably exceeded expectation, just like because he's still young. That you kind of as long as he
I think that's the key as well. It's like he's 22, like new league, so it's like like he's got time, like he's not, like his prime still like could be a good few years away. So it's just happy.
And then we look at Mr. Yuckerus over there, bro, and we say, bro, as I told you, bro, maybe we also need to get to a position where we just give him the ball and just close your eyes and shoot. That's how we need to play. We need to say our build up needs to be give it to Yuckerus when it's time to bang it, and maybe that's when everyone is happy.
It's crazy as well. I think about Yuckerus, and I just think if we followed up Hoyland with Yuckerus, I just think about my fan base, man. I know what they're like. You know, you say Arsenal fans are emotional, so are United fans. Oh my days, man! It would have been ugly. It would have been a nasty space.
You would have said that. What? So you had Hoyland, and then you involved him, and then you got Yuckerus. And you paid 65 million for the privilege.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So you involved him,
Been
bro.
dark, man.
Yeah.
It would have been real dark. So man, happy with that. But like I mentioned in Boom, obviously Cunha had an injury, so he weren't able to play this game. Hopefully he's back for Liverpool. But Ahmad in Mbumo need to step it up. But in Mbumo, obviously he's got like some important goals for us. And like he's had some big involvements this season. Sheshko, happy with his development. Cunha, he's been coming up big for us as well. Within the game, man, it's funny talking about Laments. He only seems to concede bangers, bro. Like every time he sees a goal, so it's a banger, bro. Yeah, because that goes in, and I'm thinking, bro, like just even for us, we just you don't want to drop a 2-0 lead, like so just get the win. Not even for the Champions League race, just for personal pride and professional pride.
I saw in there, bro. I think my prediction was 2-2. I said, bro, you gotta let me down today, man. Could have Thiago, he's made an enemy for life, bro. Yeah, I don't care about his 21 goals. He's made an enemy for life. But continue, bro.
And then the final thing I speak about, obviously, we spoke about it a little bit, but man, Bruno, the assist record. I think our season right now is down to, we've got Liverpool next, which obviously is always a big game regardless of the context. So we really want to win that. That's a massive game for us. Then we want Bruno to break the assist record. He's currently on 19. Obviously, KDB and Henry, they've got 20. So 20 to equal, one more to equal, 2 more to break it. And then, obviously just finish third, which is probably as high, which is as high as we can finish in the table. And then, man, Bruno, if you can grab that PFA Player of the Year, man, do that. Now, do you get me? So, and it's funny because I've been seeing this Bruno assist thing, like it's been rattling everyone, bro. And what I'll have my say in it, bro.
All right, cool.
Man City fans, bro.
Yeah.
Don't worry. KDB's legacy is safe, bro. No one's questioning who KDB was. We
saw, put the guns down.
We saw what he did. We know what he's done. He's a Premier League all-time great, one of the greatest players we've ever seen. Nothing that can happen from here is gonna change that. KDB is KDB. Everybody relax. Henry is Henry. Nobody's questioning who Henry is. This guy led Arsenal to the Invincibles, got 2 titles, 20 goals. 20 assists, 24 goals. I think it was in the same season. Like, no one's questioning Henry. Henry's Henry. Like, right now, Man United, we're not challenging for anything. We want to get their assist record. Like, do you get me? We want Bruno to get something. Like, do you get me? So it's like, now, can I say that some Man United fans won't be shameless and putting in certain conversations? I can't.
Mate.
I can't.
We've had it, given them a comic reference.
I can't.
Even mate.
I can't. I can't talk for what other Man United fans will do. Do you get me? But all I can say, I can only talk for myself, and I can say, ultimately, like even when I remember having a conversation with like my dad regarding like Bruno and like his status at Manchester United. And we were talking about the fact that, you know what it is like at a club like Manchester United, like in order to like even get legendary status, it's like you need to lead us to league titles. Like, do you get me? Like that's what needs to happen. Like, do you get me? Like Champions League, whatever the case may be. So it's like, and that's just at Manchester United. So it's like in order for Bruno, like the assists are great, but it's like as regards to like his overall legacy, like he needs to lead United to a league, to a Champions League, or whatever the case may be, which is what KDB obviously done at City with leagues, and Henry done at Arsenal with leagues. So yeah, man, like I think it's funny to see like all the discourse and people having fun with it, but also what doesn't change obviously is that it will be a really good achievement for him if he can break it. Like, do you get me? But it's like, but as regards to like people, City fans, like feeling the need to defend KDB, I was just like, bro, you lot allow United fans to trigger you, bro. KDB's safe, bro. No one's KDB's fine. Like, if I was a City fan, I just wouldn't even respond. Like, do you get me? Henry is fine. Do you get me? United fans are gonna have their fun. Like, do you get me? Just yeah, you guys are falling for the bait. But yeah, we're talking about two of the greatest Premier League players of all time. Like, do you get me? Like, yeah, these are all-time greats, man. But yeah. As regards to what's happening now, yeah, like, I'll be happy if Bruno breaks it. I hope he does, man. Like, that would be a good achievement for him. So yeah, we'll see if he can do it. He needs 2 more. But yeah, that's that. Finally, moving on from United, man, we've got to quickly talk about relegation. Yeah, we've got to quickly talk about relegation, because obviously Spurs, they finally in 2026 won a football match.
First time in the year. Wow, yeah.
First time in the year they won a football match. But then I just feel like, and I'm not even gonna lie, man, I said it before, I do actually feel bad for them when it comes to these injuries, because it's ridiculous, bro. It's like Xavi Simons ACL,
bro. I think I heard that since the start of the year they lost a player like every 2 weeks. If you look at
bro, like their injury thing has been crazy. Like, it's actually been mad. But yeah, they get the win, and then there was a point in time where it was looking good for them because Everton equalized against West Ham, but then West Ham get the winner, Callum Wilson. So basically, everything is as it was. Yeah, do you get me? Obviously, Forest, they got a win against Sunderland.
Yeah.
That's an understatement. 5-0.
Bro, I had to say, bro. Yeah, bro. You really got a win.
Like, do you get me? Yeah, understatement. Yeah. Massive win. And yeah, but yeah, Forest won, Spurs won, West Ham won. And then I think Leeds, of course, they drew 2-2 with Bournemouth. So yeah, man, everything's still to play for. I think these next few weeks are going to be massive. West Ham, they've got Brentford next, and then I think Spurs have Villa away. So it's going to be real big. I think Forest have Chelsea, and Leeds, I think they've got Burnley at home. So I think personally, I think Leeds are safe. I think Leeds will be safe. I think Forest will be safe as well. They're both for just like their forms looking decent, and I think they just got enough of line. I think it's between West Ham and Spurs.
100%, 100%.
So,
that's why that. But then again, man, I think my quick thoughts on it are nothing like as you were, but it's good for this is the best case scenario for Spurs that is as you was, because this was a must-win game. This is another one where it's like they have to win this match. Yeah. But any hope of staying up, they have. Once if it goes to 4 points and West Ham win, then boy. So you know what? It was positive for them. They got the win. It was looking like it could have been more. They could have been out of the relegation battle when Everton equalized late on, but West Ham then go on to win it and then make it is as you were, which again I think is concerning, because then you see that like Xavi Simons has pulled his ACL, and then you're like, boy, you still really struggled to get in this win against Wolves. Like there wasn't much. West Ham are playing better than you, so it's like there's so many factors where I agree. I think now it's getting to the point where as it was kind of like a stale execution, but I think there's too much going against them right now, man, for me to think that they're gonna stay up.
I think they're gonna go down.
I think now
I've said it for a while.
Yeah, you said it a while. You know, I've come to terms with it slowly because I've been like, to me, it's been so crazy that this is what was gonna happen. But yeah, man, I'm now at a point now where just logically I can't reason really thinking that there's a reason to believe that they're gonna stay up over West Ham, because it just looks like a real grind. It looks like a real grind, man.
Hey man, but right now they still got a chance. So
yeah, man.
They just gotta fight.
We'll
they gotta fight. Like obviously, I know they face Villa on the weekend, and Villa have got Forest in the Europa League semi-finals on Thursday. So maybe they might benefit from that. Like, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, man, let's quickly get on to predictions, and this is what it's looking like now.
Man. I knew there's some damage this week, man. Brentford, I told you, bro. Thiago is made the enemy for life.
So just to recap, yeah, Ace went for a Bournemouth 2-1 win over Leeds. I went for a Bournemouth 2-2 draw, so that was a correct result for me. So yeah, that was no points for Ace there, 3 points for me there. Ace went for 2-2 United Brentford result, which is what he was referring to now. I went for a 3-1 United win. We finished 2-1, so that was 1 point for me there. We both went for 2-1 Villa wins over Fulham. Fulham won 1-0. I went for a West Ham 1-0 over Everton win. You went for a 2-1 win. So you got 3 points there for a correct scoreline. I got 1 point for a correct result. We both went for Arsenal 2-0 wins over Newcastle. It was 1-0. So correct result, not scoreline. We both went for 2-1 Spurs wins over Wolves. It was 1-0. So correct result, no scoreline. Then I went for a Liverpool 2-1 win over Palace. You went for a 1-1 draw. It was 3-1 Liverpool. So that was 1 point for me there with the result. We both went for Sunderland 1-1 win, draws with Forest. That was 5-0. Nowhere close. And we both went for 3-0 wins from City over Burnley. So yeah, and it was 1-0. So all of that basically leaves us here with 1 point there. Damn. And we are going to whiz through predictions, bro. So you can watch this match. Sounds good. Yeah, man. First up, we got Arsenal versus Fulham. What are you telling me?
Arsenal versus Fulham. I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Fulham. I'm gonna match that. I'm also gonna go 2-1 Arsenal. Then we got the big one. We got Liverpool versus United, or rather United versus Liverpool. We're at home. I'm gonna go 2-1 United.
Cool. I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2. Man United. 2-2. Liverpool. Cool. Next up, big one for Spurs. We've got Villa. Spurs versus Villa.
I'm going to go 1-1.
I am going to go 2-1 Villa. Next up, we have got West Ham versus Brentford. And I will go Brentford versus West Ham, rather. I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah, I'm going to match you on that. I'm going to go on 1-1-2.
Cool. We've got Leeds versus Burnley.
Leeds versus Burnley. I'm going to go 1-0 Leeds.
I'm going to go 2-0 Leeds. Then we've got the Monday night fixtures. So we've got Chelsea versus
You know what? I want to change that to 2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds.
Yeah.
Cool. 2-1 Leeds. Then we got the Monday night ones. So we've got Chelsea versus Forest. Is it me first?
I think so. I actually don't know. I have no clue.
Cool. I'll just go first. I will go 1-1.
1-1. I hear it.
Oh no. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna match you in that. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I would have went 1-1. The only reason why is because I forgot they were facing Villa in the Europa League. And then Everton versus City. Final one.
Everton versus City. Everton. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
2-1 City.
Yeah.
I am going to. I am gonna go 2-0 City.
I hear it.
Everton 2-0 City. Cool, and that is that. So we've got both of us going 2-1 Arsenal Fulham. I've gone 2-1 United Liverpool. You've gone 2-2. I've gone 2-1 Villa Spurs. You've gone 1-1. You've both gone 1-1 Brentford West Ham. I've gone 2-0 Leeds Burnley. You've gone 2-1. We've both gone Chelsea 2-1 Forest, and I've gone 2-0 City Everton. You've gone City 2 Everton 1. And yeah, man, 1 point in it. So this title race is also heating up, man. You know how it goes. But yeah, hey, we got some Champions League football to watch. So for anyone who has tuned in, we appreciate it, whether it's been 30 seconds, a minute, half an hour, the whole stream. And yeah, man, we've got a lot of football coming up with some big stakes towards the end of the season. So we'll see how Ace is when it's all said and done.
My heart can't take this, man.
Yeah, man. It's really him being affected. I'm pretty much chilling. So yeah, we'll see, man. But yeah, Ace, any last words?
Nah, man, like you said, man, definitely getting into the interesting part of the season, a lot to talk about. So yeah, no, drop your thoughts below us. So I'll be interested to kind of hear what people think about what we've spoken about. But nah, man, should be a good end to the season. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, stay blessed, people.